Man, we got my man Haywood Highsmith. Man, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. How the runs with Ronnie been going?
Everything been good. Just trying to get better every day. Big summer for me. A lot of improvement.
Man, that's good, man. I wanted to take it back. So you were born in Baltimore, right? So
Yeah.
How was it growing up in Baltimore? Y'all got a good basketball culture out there.
Yeah, Baltimore's tough. We're a different type of city than a lot of cities. It's a lot going on there. Growing up there, it's a lot going on. But thankful I made it out. But like you said, we got a good culture of basketball there. A lot of good players coming out of there, and we like to play basketball down there for sure.
Do you have any connections with Juan Dixon out there, the Coppin State coach?
I've heard of the name. I don't think we have any connection, but I've heard of the name before.
Yeah, I know he won the Natty. I don't know where you were when Maryland won the national championship.
Yeah, I probably was a little younger before my time, a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So I looked up, like in high school, your coach said you had like little Division I interests, like going in.
Yeah.
So how was it like battling that, and moving forward to pass?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody wants to play Division I basketball, play at the highest level, but it was tough for me. I didn't really have a developed game, it wasn't really developed fully yet as far as my skills and some of my weight and my my agility and speed and stuff like that. But it just kept me pushing, and I just kept pushing.
Yeah, that's good. So what was your work ethic during that time period? You went to one school for 4 years. That's unheard of these days.
Yeah.
So what was your mentality like your senior year? Like, damn, I probably got to go to a lower level and work myself up. What was kind of the mentality?
To be honest with you, I didn't even work hard a lot in high school. I did the workouts for basketball, the workouts for AAU. I didn't really do no extra stuff. Not really no lifting, nothing like that. I mean, looking back at it, obviously I should have done better with my work ethic in high school, but I got better in college. But my work ethic in high school wasn't really there yet. I didn't really have nobody to push me, but I started to push myself as time went on. So.
That's true. So from there you went to Wheeling University, right?
Yeah.
It was named something different first.
Yeah, Wheeling Jesuit. Now it's just called Wheeling.
Not Wheeling, yeah. So you started like towards the end of your freshman year.
Yep.
So how was that process? Were you like, damn, I'm at a D2, I got to start off the rip? Like, what was kind of like your?
I was just there, just trying to grind. I didn't really, have no goals of starting, doing this and that. I was just there, just trying to figure it out. I didn't even know if I wanted to play college basketball, but I got there and I grinded, and I eventually worked my way up. So I was just grinding, just working hard,
That's fast. And you got to go for your career. You got the Division II Player of the Year. That's hard to get.
Yeah.
So were you at the end of your senior year? Were you like, all right, I gotta at least give this lead thing a shot, or were you kind of like, what was that like mental process for you?
Yeah, I mean, my senior year was like the biggest year for me college-wise. Going after my senior year, I definitely wanted to play professional. Didn't know I wanted to pursue the NBA, overseas, whatever. But I just figured it out. Talked to my parents, hired an agent, and we went from there. And stuff. It was hard at first, not having a lot of interest in being a Division II player, obviously. But we battled through it. Got our feet in the door with a couple teams, and made the most out of that situation.
That's right. So how was your pre-draft process? I know obviously for people it's like you're a lottery pick, you get all the teams,
right,
and you get questions. But how was yours in particular? I'm always interested in that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have a pre-draft process other than working out. Like, we was reaching out to a few teams was reaching back, but they wasn't trying to put me in a workout. I actually had a workout with this scout from OKC. It was like a private workout. I didn't really do good in that, honestly, so I wasn't. So, I mean, after that, I just tried to get better condition, try to work harder and stuff. And then something came up with the Sixers for Summer League. Training camp, went there. Didn't make the actual team to go to Vegas, but made the most out of that and ended up on a G League team. So I didn't really have a lot of pre-draft stuff other than just working out on my own, basically.
Yeah. So your agent, damn, that's tough. So for people, there's gonna be a lot of people like mid-majors, low Division II, and like a lot that's gonna happen for a lot of people. So what would you say is a trick to still gain your eyes on NBA teams on your radar?
Yeah, I would say just build connections with people, reach out to anybody who's connected in the NBA world, and try to get your foot in the door any way possible. Go to these workouts, runs that's on camera, on social media. Post your highlights, and then tell your agent what you want. Have your agent reach out to every team in the NBA, because it only takes one team to give you a shot. You make the most out of that, and then you go from there. And then also another thing you could do is try to go to a G League local tryout, get on G League team, grind from there. But yeah.
Yeah. So and then so moving forward. So you went undrafted. Like you went. I think you had a feel. You already knew you were probably gonna go undrafted.
Yeah, for sure.
So what was the first after draft night? What was the first move you made? Like after finding out and everything.
I mean, I was just chilling at home. I wasn't even watching the draft. I was just chilling at home playing the game. Next day, I was just still lifting weights, working out. I wasn't really. I know I wasn't gonna get drafted, so I didn't really watch it. Like, I might get drafted. I know I wasn't gonna get drafted, so it wasn't really no disappointment there. But I just kept pushing, kept working. To be honest.
And then you got the opportunity. So when the opportunity fell on your lap, I want you to take me through that. Did your agent call you? Like, what was that conversation when you first got to Delaware? It was Delaware Blue Coats.
Yeah, Delaware Blue Coats. So yeah. So basically, when I was talking about the Sixers Summer League training camp, that was the first opportunity. He called me. I got on a train to go to Philly. Worked out for the Summer League team. Blah, blah, blah. Didn't make the team, but they told me they would put me on the G League team because they liked me a lot. Yeah. So I was expecting the call later, when before G League season started for G League training camp with the Delaware Blue Coats. Yeah. And I went from there. Pretty much training camp, just grinding. Agent called, I was in the hotel. They made some cuts, so I made the team. Thank God, and then went from there.
Yeah. So then you made the team. You average like 14 or 15?
Like 13, 14.
13, 14. And like people usually be averaging like 40 trying to get a trying to get a deal with the Summer League or the G League. So in the G League, did you ever have hopes like, okay, man, maybe like will this thing ever happen? Was there times you didn't want to like hoop no more? Like what was that? Because you went overseas.
Yeah, the G League's a grind. It's a long season. The traveling is kind of different than NBA, obviously, with luxury stuff, and you just gotta keep grinding. G League, it's tough at times. It builds character, helps you out, and you just gotta keep grinding. For me, I just kept pushing. I was enjoying my first professional career as a pro. I wasn't really worried about too much. Obviously the goal was to get to the NBA, but I was just enjoying my first professional season as a pro, and then I went overseas like a couple years later to Germany or something like that.
So your first NBA minutes, was that with the Sixers as well?
Yeah.
So what was it when you first got on the court? How was that feeling for you?
Yeah, obviously it was little butterflies there, playing my first NBA minutes in a packed out building at Wells Fargo Center. One of the loudest, their fans are little, how their fans are, but it was definitely a humbling experience for me. I was definitely nervous a little bit, got on the court. At the end of the day, I had to realize it was just basketball, and I just played and just,
And just did your thing and left. So when did the move to the Heat go? I know you went through the Suns.
Yeah.
What made you do that? And plus, what made you go overseas?
It was after COVID, so I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do. Didn't know how the G League. I didn't know G League was going to have a season, and I know like only a certain amount of teams went to the bubble that was during COVID. So just went overseas to try something new, get it on my resume, see how it was. It was a good team in Germany, first league in Germany. Good experience for me. Really helped me build my mental toughness and build a lot of things for me. But it was cool for me. I definitely wouldn't take it back for nothing. It was a good experience. I feel like. But after Germany, went to the G League. Was grinding there again, with the Blue Coats, and I eventually got a call up for the Heat. This was like during all the COVID cases and stuff, so it was very, very nice getting that called up for a 10-day, and then got some other 10 days later down the road. The rest ends with a deal.
Yeah, ends with a deal.
Yeah.
So, that was your first playoff experience this past year?
Yeah. No, I had a playoff experience with the Sixers, but I didn't play because I was a two-way at the time. And the two-ways didn't get to shoot up the playoffs back then. But they don't get to shoot up the playoffs till now.
Sure. How was that? How was it this past year?
Yeah, it was fun. The Heat, we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Definitely fun. Enjoyed it. NBA playoffs is different. It was exciting. We had a lot of ups and downs. We had some big time wins. And everybody had a good group of guys around. It was a nice experience for everybody.
Appreciate you coming on, my guy.
Appreciate you. Yep.
Be safe,
my guy. Appreciate you.